Cracking, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. New video. Yesterday I saw a video and I don't want to say I was shocked. I don't want to say I was disappointed, but it just didn't sit right with me in my mind, right? And it was an older dude. It's a new channel, right? It was an older dude. I'm 50 years old. He looks like he's older than me, right? So, in that age group, there's usually like a certain expectation as far as like mentality, right? And this guy was talking about someone, and the topic was something that I felt wasn't for YouTube. It's not for social media. And I was like, I can't do a video on it because that's that neighborhood's business. And then I saw another channel this morning react to it, and this person as another person older than me and saying what I had already felt. That's neighborhood business. Like, nowadays we see all these youngsters and they're talking about their neighborhood business, hood business, and it's just a bad look. It's a bad look for that neighborhood, whoever's doing that. It's a bad look for California. The street dudes. And, I've always been of the mindset where, especially in my neighborhood, I used to push that. I'm from the West Side in my city, right? And I used to make it a point to tell homies, like, Westside Business is Westside Business. We take care of Westside business on the West, period. Our homeboys are not supposed to be a topic for other people to discuss. And so when I see an older dude talking like that, I was just like, damn. But I have to try to be objective, right? And this, I guess this person was responding to a comment, and he felt that it was his responsibility to set the record straight. But in the video says that they have ways to communicate in private. And so I just been thinking, like, when did it change? And why is it that older dudes are changing their ways to fit in with these youngsters and answering questions that should be resolved in private? When did that become a factor? Is it the search for clout, the chasing clout, like they say nowadays? Clout is a hell of a drug, man. But I just know that at some point, I don't know where, and I'm not saying in this incident itself, but I'm just saying in general, I know at some point someone is going to have them old school values and decide, okay, somebody needs to be reminded. And that's when shit gets ugly, where it's no longer entertainment. And Vario stuff has never been for entertainment. We had rap music, especially the gangster rap on the West Coast, came out to give people a glimpse into a certain lifestyle. And for the most part, Raza was slow to do that. They do it now. The times have evolved, the times have changed. But it still blows my mind to hear people talk barrio business in public on social media. You know, I like, I don't know. I like, I'm kind of at a loss for words because I'm trying to be respectful. I'm not taking shots at anyone for this. I'm just confused that someone of a generation that never did that type of stuff is doing what the 20-year-olds do. And people can say, "Oh, Dubs, you know, all you do is you sit on the in front of the camera and you gossip all day." Well, call it gossip if you want. I'm a content creator. I speak on what's going on. Then the newscasters are gossipers as well. Vloggers are gossipers. Like, my definition of gossip is apparently different than others. You know, in prison they had rules: no gossip. Vatos get hit for being a comadre. But out here they use these words. You know, I just somebody was commenting yesterday in the comment section, and I told him, I responded to him, and I said, you know, it's a trip how. Oh, because they said I co-signed for Lefty Gunplay. I said, man, vatos out here use prison terminology without understanding what it goes with, right? I've never met Lefty Gunplay. I've never had a conversation. I could never co-sign for somebody I don't know. And who am I to co-sign for somebody, period? We're on the streets. You don't co-sign for another individual. But anyways, it's just a trip that there's so many prison terms used on social media, and they're used so frivolously, so freely. Everything gets watered down through social media. It's like certain tattoos that had specific, serious meaning before, because it's been so many years where dudes with parole and they had those certain tattoos. And their little homie saw and like, oh, that looks firme right there. And they put it on them not knowing what it meant. And then they go to the joint. A lot of time, you know, I don't talk about the stuff that conversations I've had with legends, but I've had conversations about those individuals that get those jail tattoos that have meaning, that mean specific things in prison, and they get them on the streets. And when they go to prison, yeah, they have to earn it still. It's anyways, and it just like it watered tattoos down out here, but they go in there and it's like, where's this vato been? Check him out. Where's he been? Hey, who is that vato? What? He's a triple Z number? Oh no. Everything gets so watered down now through social media. You know, before when we were younger, we didn't have the internet and things were a lot more serious. You knew what to do, hopefully, and what not to do. You conducted yourself a certain way. There was pride in the stuff you did. Now it's just like everything is a topic for discussion. And I've said a bunch of times, man, there are so many things that I could talk about. So many conversations and men that I've sat face to face with, side by side, done pegadas with, been in leadership positions with, that if I mention those things, I could get a whole lot of views. My channel will blow up. I refuse. That's not what this channel's about. That's not what any of my channels are about. My channels are about giving you a glimpse, right? But also trying to show you that there's a better way. This video right here is kind of all over the place. I guess I'm kind of venting today. The person that was discussed, I don't know him that well, but I've done videos with him. I think I did 2 videos with him, and when I heard him being talked about, I was like, damn. You know, this man, when I have interacted with him, was very humble, very respectful. And I feel represents what he has tattooed on him well. And with pride. And to see an older dude, I don't want to say it the other way, see an older dude that's from that same place publicly give him an undressing, it's strange. It's weird. But it's a sign of the times, I guess. Hopefully it doesn't turn into anything. That's what I really hope. I've been trying to encourage people for years to start a YouTube channel. I think sometimes people get a YouTube channel and then they see a check and then they're like, oh, wait a minute. It's just like the dope game, right? I never sold dope on the streets. I sold drugs in prison. But it's the same no matter where you go, where you're at. When you do that first run and you make that money, that's not enough. You want to double that money. So the next run, boom, you double it. It's still not enough. And for a lot of people, YouTube is the same way. They get that check and they're like, oh man, if I can just fucking get double my views and, get double my subscribers. And then they're willing to go places and do things. And when I mean go places, I'm saying here and here, right? They're willing to go in directions that will get people to click. I have to stay in an area where I feel comfortable. And I always want to be respectful when I'm talking about a topic. There's people that could say, well, Dubs, you said your homeboys ratted on you on your case. They did. That's public record. And no longer just Westside Business when it's put out there in the news. But when you have people talking about people and they weren't a rat, they weren't nothing like that, and it's just weird to me, man. I don't get it. I was glad that the other channel made the video they did, and they were very respectful, and they even said, like, that's their Vario's business. And that's usually how people of our age or older, I would say even 40 on up, they view it the same way. I don't know. I don't want to talk forever about this. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say in the comment section. I know I have a lot of subscribers that are from outside of the United States now. Thank you guys for watching. And you guys are probably scratching your head like, what are they talking about? And it's just me, an old dinosaur, just seeing the new ways of the world and just tripping out how older people are morphing into that era. Not trying to disrespect nobody, just don't know how to understand it. Can't figure it out. But it's not for me to figure it out. I always say, if somebody's getting views, there's a lane for that person and their content. Even our haters, those that hate on us, as long as they get views, they have a lane. They will change the topic when they don't get views. That said, everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, right? I'm out of here.